What's up, y'all? Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Why do my hair, y'all? I got some stuff I want to talk about. Bring your friends, your sisters, your cousins, your grannies, your aunties. Bring all of them. Bring everybody. Shoot, if you want to, bring your kids. Come on, people. Come in here and talk to me. Because I got some stuff to talk about. I'm doing my hair. I'm doing my little morning hair. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Where are you? Yo, I think these little side things, I think they make my hairstyle pop. If y'all be wondering why I always got them. I think they make my hairstyle pop. Hey, Sade Jackson. Hey, y'all. Come on in the room. Share the live. Tell somebody to come and share some words with me. Because I know I ain't the only one that be feeling the way I be feeling. I need some people to go ahead and get some healing. Y'all, I'm a singer. I knew that I was going to be that when I grew up, too. I knew I was going to be a singer. All my life, I was like, when I was little, I was like, when I grow up, I'm going to be a singer. A singer, a rapper, or something. I'm going to be that. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I need some people up on here. Come on, people. Come on, my good people, on this good, whatever today is. I don't even know what today is. I don't even know. But come on in here, people. Bring me some people so that we can have a conversation. Because it's a conversation that needs to be had. How you doing this morning, Saturday? Excuse my womb being out. I got on this little crop top trying to be grown or whatever. Y'all, how do y'all feel about kids being curious? Anybody want to talk about it? How do y'all feel about kids being curious? Or what they say in our culture, kids being fast. Because I really do not feel like kids be being fast. And this is why I'm going to say why I don't think kids be being fast. Because I was a kid that did some stuff. And I don't feel like I was being fast. I feel like I was being curious. And curiosity comes from what? Lack of knowledge, right? So if I wasn't properly, informed or properly taught some things that I needed to be taught, I don't consider that me being fast. And then with that, some kids that are curious have been exposed to things in their childhood. They've been exposed to some stuff. Either through television, through a family member, through a friend, through something they seen, through something they heard on the radio. Listen to the music we used to listen to back then. We used to be singing some stuff we should not have been singing. And where's that man that had that song? Something about you being ready. Something. Where he at? Why he ain't in jail? And I ain't talking about the R. Kelly. I'm talking about the other man. Where he at? We used to listen to stuff like that as a kid. Guess what that do? Got our brains thinking. Got our emotions going. Got our hormones jumping. We regulating the system and don't even know. Parents don't even know. My mama ain't know what she was doing to me back then. Had me listening to that stuff. Slow grind, slow wine. R. Kelly, what was his song back in the night? His 12 play back in the 90s had me singing that stuff. Guess what I'm doing? Regulating my system, getting myself prepared for something that I ain't know nothing about. My mama ain't even know. I ain't even know. Shoot, I just now started figuring it out. Listening, because my kids is into R&B, and now that I'm older, I'm listening to the words like, hold on, baby, that's inappropriate. You can't sing that. And it took for my little baby, my little whatever grade, how it's like Legacy's 5. It took for Legacy to be singing some stuff for me to realize, whoa, kids should not be introduced to songs like that. You don't know what you're singing. You don't know what you're saying. You don't know what you're preparing your mind for. What the freaking heck? Little simple, innocent stuff like that. Be creating stuff in kids, and then later on in life, when they get to being curious about what they've been singing, you need 2 braids? Okay, girlfriend. When they get to being curious about what they've been singing and what they've been watching, now they being caught fast. They not fast, they curious. Shoot, I was in my high school years, I'm not gonna lie, I had a couple situationships all in a couple of probably months. I was curious. I wanted to experience some stuff I didn't even know what I wanted to experience. And I don't think I was being fast. I was just curious. I had been exposed to some things in my childhood. Now my hormones jumping. Rise and shine, sister girl. Now my hormones jumping. I'm trying to see what that song was talking about. Now, I didn't even know I was trying to see what that song was talking about. But that's really what was happening for real. People don't want to talk about that type of stuff. Why? Because it's going to make them look like a bad parent. And it's not that you a bad parent. You didn't have the knowledge. You can't keep covering up the truth. You can't fix a problem when you don't understand the truth. The truth is you ain't had the knowledge, so you couldn't teach your kid what you didn't know. That's the truth. You don't got to hide behind that. You don't got to be ashamed of that. It's the truth. Living your truth. And that's what I'm learning to do. And people don't like that. I'm learning to live in my truth. Hey, I grew up doing some stuff. I ain't know what I was doing. And I learned some stuff. I ain't know what I was learning. Then I had kids. And I knew what I was doing back then. So then I started operating out of a fear, raising my kid. Not because I was taught it, but because I experienced it. So basically, yeah, I was taught it. People call kids fast. They don't be fast. They be unknowledgeable. They be needing to learn. They be wanting to learn some stuff. They be needing to know some stuff. Certain situations and certain conversations people think they don't need to have with kids, and they think it's a time like she's too young to know this. She's too young to hear about this. But she ain't too young to listen to that song that's telling her that she need to feel like she ready. Yeah, no. She ain't too young to be listening to that song talking about kissing on somebody and doing this to somebody. All these new songs, they so sexually, and these little kids is singing them. They getting their minds ready. They getting their bodies ready. They getting their hormones ready. And guess what? When they turn 10, 11, 12, and they want to be having a boyfriend, then they going to be caught fast. No, you let them sing that stuff at 2, 3, 4, and 5. What's the problem? No, explain to them at 2, 3, 4, and 5 what this song is saying and what this song is talking about. Because you're going to need to know this later on in life. Listen, like I said, I had a couple boyfriends and situationships in high school. My mama ain't tell me I couldn't do it. She ain't tell me to do it. She ain't tell me how to do it. She ain't tell me when not to do it, when to do it, what to expect. She ain't tell me none of that stuff. I was just curious, trying to figure some stuff out, trying to find some stuff out. Oh, I see these people doing this. Oh, I seen that on the movies. Let me see what that do. I don't even know what I'm doing. Unexperienced, just doing stuff. I wasn't being fast. I was curious. who people are curious. That's like normal. People need to admit to that part. That's normal. Curiosity is normal. It's not nothing to be shoved under the rug. It's not nothing to be afraid of. It's not nothing to be embarrassed about. It's true. We got to start learning how to live in our truth and be comfortable with feeling uncomfortable, because a lot of that stuff is uncomfortable. It's the truth though. Hi Toya cousin. Hey Rudy girl. What y'all doing this morning? I just woke up and had a lot of thoughts on my mind. I've been journaling lately, so my mind been going places, and I be having thoughts, and I be thinking about stuff, and I was like, I need to go talk about that, because I'm pretty sure somebody else think about the same stuff I think about, or somebody need to hear the stuff that I think about, because it can help somebody else. I got kids now, so, and I got a lot of them. I don't want to raise my kids how I was raised. I don't want my kids to grow up how I grew up. I don't want no kids to be 40 trying to heal from some stuff they ain't even know they need to heal from, like they mama. I'm doing that stuff. I'm doing that stuff and I'm getting through it. Because it's necessary. Y'all, this is my new favorite hairstyle. I love this hairstyle. I'm talking about with this hairstyle, you can't tip me nada. I'm that thing with this hairstyle, y'all. Y'all know how y'all be seeing them old ladies that just know she that thing? I'm that thing with this hairstyle, y'all. This is my favorite hairstyle. I love this hairstyle. It used to be quick weaves and side bangs. Now I got the side twist. I went from the side bang to the side twist or whatever. Yeah, y'all, listen. These kids don't be fast nowadays. They be curious. And it ain't their fault that they curious. So we need to stop blaming kids for being curious. We let them listen to Rod Wave and whoever all I don't even know all these people. All these love songs. We let kids listen to that. We is getting their minds going, pumping, ready. Ready for some action. Hey Dominique, thank you. We getting these kids' minds ready for some action. Yes, Tony girl. This is my favorite low maintenance style. I'm about to roll my hair all the way out just like this. I do it like every other day. Every 2 days. Something like that. Y'all, we got to do better. We can't be. And then y'all, listen, I had to start this morning, right? What was the kids back when they was way back? When the parents was arranging the marriages, when they was setting their kids up to be fast. They ain't asked to be fast. Y'all made them be fast. Guess what? Them our ancestors. Guess who that play a part? That play a part in us. What about that? Nobody don't be thinking about that type of stuff when kids is doing stuff. They great granny was arranged to be married at 14. Was arranged to go have some kids and do some stuff at 14 with older men. Listen. Girl, my brain be gone. You want to come to your locks out? Girl, come on out. Come on out. Yeah, because Toya, your locks is long. I ain't never knew you to have no hair that long. This long. Oh yeah, shop my baby brand, y'all. OKA, Original Creative Apparel. This is one of her plain logo tees. Her other ones got the stuff on the back, but I ain't get one with stuff on the back. I saved that for somebody exclusive that really want to spend some money. Even though I did spend my money, this is for people. That's why you on your kids like crazy. Yes, Tony. We got to change the dynamic. Yup. And we don't got to do it out of fear because, listen, all the stuff I experienced growing up, it made me a fearful parent. Because it's like, dang, I was doing this stuff. I don't want my kids doing this stuff. But I had to learn how to not operate from fear. I had to learn how to... Yes, Miss Vonda, girl. You always welcome, girl. I had to learn how to reparent myself as an adult. I had to learn how to I have to learn how to redo these things, because it's like how I grew up, it wasn't normal. I didn't live a bad, terrible life, but I lived a life that caused me to need some healing in my adulthood, because I didn't have the knowledge, because nobody taught me the stuff that I needed to be taught. And I ain't blaming my mama. She ain't know. Her mama ain't teach her. But guess what? That don't take away the truth of the matter. Just because my mama didn't learn it and her mama didn't teach her, that don't take away the truth that it needs to be taught. 5 years strong on the locks. Girl, I ain't never make it past year 1 or 2. You doing good, girl. Girl, you doing a good job. Girl, you doing a good job. Girl, you doing a good job. Shoot, y'all. We gotta do better for our kids. I'm talking about better. Like, better. Like, some people that grew up with love and compassion and they parents teaching them and guiding them along the way. I'm so happy for y'all. Everybody ain't had that. Everybody didn't have that. I didn't have that. My mama loved me through gifts. She loved me through buying me stuff, spoiling me stuff. My auntie said on my post the other day, I thought y'all was spoiled as a kid. Why? Because my mama bought me everything. She bought me everything. So then that taught me something different. That taught me, if you ain't buying me nothing, you ain't doing nothing right. So, and that's wrong. That's totally wrong. But that's how I was conditioned. That's how I was trained growing up. That was my view of love. You gotta be spending that money if you love me. And guess what, y'all? I needed something different. I needed a different type of love. I needed for my mom to be telling me, I love you, hug me, kiss me, reassure me. I needed my mom to be telling me, showing me this is what love feels like. This is how you receive love. This is how you give out love. I needed that. I didn't have that. So guess what? My curious self was trying to go find that. And I was finding boys that was telling me, girl, I love you. You my everything. And I was believing that junk. They were just lying. Hey, Kavina girlfriend. Wait a minute. Hey, Kavina girl. That is my friend. Listen. I needed that growing up. I needed that. And I didn't have that. The only love I got. You want some of this merchandise? Okay, I got you. What size you wear? I needed that. And because I didn't have that, I had me a couple of bodies real quick. Why? Because these boys told me they love me. I love them too. I think. I want to love them. I think. I didn't even know what love was. I thought love was, give me my money. That's what I thought love was. And then when I did get somebody that did love me, I didn't even know how to love them back for real, because it was like foreign. Okay, I got you. Darcy, this your story? Baby, listen, I know I be needing to talk about stuff because I know I ain't the only one. I know I'm not the only one. And I'm not blaming my mama. I'm not mad at her for that, because I know she had a mama too. And she didn't get the stuff that she needed. But that still don't mean that I have to dummy down the truth. I don't have to dummy down the truth. I'm allowed to heal out loud. I'm allowed to speak about what I experienced. I'm allowed to go through that. And anybody that think I can't, please go heal yourself. Okay, Kavina. Y'all, listen. Kids be messed up because of the parents. That's the bottom line. That's the truth. Parents don't want to have that truth. They don't want to accept that truth, but that's the truth. Kids be messed up because of their parents. Y'all heard the saying hurt people hurt people. I don't feel like hurt people on purpose. It's just all they know. All they know is pain. All they know is hurt. So they just automatically reproduce that over and over and over again. And if they don't know that this is not normal, they're just doing this thing, not intentionally or unintentionally. They're just doing it because it's familiar. Nothing covered up can heal. If you keep covering up the truth, you're not gonna heal. If you keep acting like something is not wrong, you can't heal. I knew something was wrong with me. For years, I knew something was wrong with me. I just didn't know what. I didn't know how to break it down. I didn't know how to get to it. Now I'm 40 years old. Now I'm learning this stuff. A few times I done acted out of pain, anger. Sometimes anger is hurt. Sometimes anger is not anger. Sometimes it's pain that we don't know how to regulate it. We don't know how to voice it. We don't know how to move it where it need to go. We don't need to do that because why? We wasn't taught at a younger age. I wasn't taught that. And again, like I said, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just healing out loud. So pardon my pain, baby. If you feel some type of way about it, that's not my problem. I still have to heal because I have kids now, and I don't want my kids to grow up the way that I grew up. I have an older daughter that's trying to heal from some of my traumatic experiences that I allowed her to go through because I didn't have the knowledge. And guess what? That don't make me no bad parent. It don't make me a bad parent, but what would make me a bad parent is knowing this stuff and not fixing that, not changing that, not making a better situation out of it. That would make me a bad parent. If I know something wrong, if I know I'm toe up and I'm just going to keep being the same old, and not doing nothing different about it, that's when the problem starts. I'm glad you found me too, girlfriend. But I know something was wrong with me. And I start seeing it in the men that I've been choosing. Patterns. Those are patterns. I learned that pattern as a child. People be like, oh, Keisha crazy, or she going crazy. I ain't going crazy. Yeah, I am going crazy in a different type of way because I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to put what I need to put where I need to put it because I wasn't taught that. Yeah, I was. I'm accepting stuff that I don't need to be accepting because I wasn't taught how to receive love, what love look like, what is love. I'm just out here telling people I love them because they tell me they love me. But now I actually know what love is. I done had kids and didn't even know what love was. For real. That's the truth. And then that's a lot of truth that people don't like to talk about. You supposed to love your kids. Why? Who said that? Who says that you're supposed to love your kids? Where's that rule at? And how is you just automatically supposed to love somebody that you don't know? You don't even know what it is. So, my last situation, my ex-husband, I used to tell him all the time, I don't think I love you. I think it's lust. And he used to be like, how could you not love me? It can't be love. It has to be lust. No, I think you love me. Rise and shine, sister. No, you love me. It gotta be love. It can't be love because I don't even know what love is. I never knew what love was. I never was properly taught love. I never received the love, real love, like I should have. So I couldn't have never just been loving you. That's lust. That was all lust. And I know it was lust. Because I only loved you at certain times. And I can be real enough and honest enough to say that. I ain't learned how to love nobody at a young age. I ain't learned what love was till now. I got kids and I'm learning what love is. I got a 20-year-old and just now learning what love is, how to love her, how to give her love. And guess what, y'all? She be rejecting it. Why? Because it's foreign to her, especially for me. She rejecting it and that stuff hurt. That stuff hurt like hell. And guess what? I still got to do it. And then I can't just shut down and stop just because she rejected me. I got 5 other kids after her that I still got to raise. And guess what? Now I'm raising these 5 other kids different than I raised my older kid. And that used to beat me up. because I used to feel guilty about it. I used to feel like I'm picking sides, or I'm choosing kids. Like, I used to feel bad for giving my smaller kids something that I didn't give my older kids. But then I had to learn, like, girl, you was doing the best you could with what you knew. Don't beat yourself up about it. Because you keep beating yourself up about it, you gonna have yourself down. I had to heal through that stuff. I had to learn it, though. I had to know it, because I didn't know. I didn't know that the stuff that I was doing was not regular. It wasn't normal. Listen, y'all. The truth will make you free, and that's the truth. The truth will make you free. The truth will heal you. The truth will make you uncomfortable. The truth will make you sad, mad, angry. I used to, for the longest, y'all, I've been so angry. Like, the last couple of years, I was so angry. And a lot of people be like, do you pray about it? Do you journal? Do you go to a therapist? I tried to go to a therapist. They pissed me off because they wasn't giving me what I needed, because they didn't know what I needed. Y'all, people be talking about ChatGPT. Listen, ChatGPT saved me. I don't care what nobody say. ChatGPT might be a robot, but guess what it is? A robot that has permission to be in everybody's business. So if they know everybody's business, they can help somebody else in this circumstance from based off of what that person told them. ChatGPT know everybody's business, and they're allowed to know everybody's business. So they, listen, ChatGPT help me. I don't care what nobody say. ChatGPT help me. I prayed. I think the Most High gave us ChatGPT because the Most High created everything, right? So I don't care if it's a robot. I don't care if it's AI, automatic, whatever, or not. Almighty allowed everything to be made. And I believe he allowed ChatGPT to be made to help his people. Listen. Y'all, I'm healing through some stuff. And I like this for me. I like this for me. Because for years I've been operating depressing and didn't even know. Just walking around happy, laughing, hee hee ha ha, all the time, making jokes. Guess what? Toe up inside. I didn't even know why. I was so angry. I was so mad. Didn't even know what I was mad about. Didn't even know what I was angry about. Now I know. I had some stuff that I took so deep down. I tried to make myself forget about a lot of my painful memories. I took that stuff so deep, far to the back, that I had forgot it even happened to me. A lot of stuff way back when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, 14, 13, 10, 11, 8, 7. I try to make myself really forget about that stuff. People say forgive and forget. When people say that, they don't explain the whole pure thing. I mean, the whole thing of it. It ain't just forgive and forget. It ain't just that. No, you gotta remember that stuff to heal. Shoot. Listen, y'all, I'm having fun on my healing journey. It's making some people mad. It's making some people sad. It's making some people angry. It's making some people feel some type of way. I don't care. This is for me, baby. I'm doing this for me. I used to think I was doing it for my kids, but I'm doing this for me. Because if I'm not good for me, I can't be good for them. And I got 5 more kids to raise. And I got all different kinds of kids. All different kinds of kids. I got different levels of kids. Baby, and I gotta be available for all of them. They ain't asked to be here. Y'all know what I used to hear all the time? How about you in this, brother? I'll take you out. I used to be thinking, I ain't asked to come. The heck? I ain't asked to be here, so why am I getting punished? We can't be punishing our kids for being here. They ain't asked. Because of our lack of knowledge and curiosity, some of them is here. Now I got 6 of them. And the truth is, when I was younger, I never even thought about having kids. Ever. I never, in my younger years, I never was like, ooh, when I grow up, I'm going to have 5 kids. I'm going to be a mama like this. Never had the thought about being a mama. I never was curious about that part. When I had my oldest daughter, I was pissed. Y'all, I was pissed. When I say pissed, I was so mad. Thank you, Kalisha girl. I was so mad when I found out I was pregnant with her, because I didn't want to be pregnant. I didn't never think about having no kids. That wasn't something that I wanted. But guess what? Out of my curiosity, lack of knowledge, and foolishness, because that was a foolish gesture right there. That thing that I did, got pregnant by somebody I didn't want to be pregnant by somebody I didn't want to be with. Let myself get pregnant. Now I got a baby. I don't believe in abortions. I ain't killing it. I don't believe in that. So now I got this baby. I got to raise this baby to the best of my ability. Guess what? I was toe up. When I got pregnant with her, I was toe up from the flow up. Didn't know about nothing. But guess what? She ain't asked to be here. And then guess what I did? Damaged her. I was damaged goods when I got pregnant, and then I damaged my child. That's the truth. I damaged her. That was me. That was my fault. It was my responsibility to protect, provide, and equip her with all the stuff that she needed to be grown up, because she ain't gonna stay no little kid forever. I ain't do that junk, y'all. Now I'm trying to fix it. What I ain't fixing in her, I'm fixing in my younger kids, because I don't want to repeat that process, and I'm not feeling guilty about it either. Some truths don't feel good. Some truths don't look good either. But guess what? They make you free. They healing, and they do good stuff. The truth do, not the lie. The stuff that you pretend like didn't happen and ain't going on, that stuff, it ain't no good. I sound like you with all your kids. All of them different, and all of them need you in a different way. Listen, girl, that's all truth. That's all truth. And then this is another thing, y'all. Growing up, this is what I heard. Because I ain't your little friend. I ain't your friend. Why our parents can't be our friend? Why can't a parent be a kid friend? You should be your kid's first friend, so that your kid know how to get real friendships, how to create real friendships. If a parent can't be a kid's friend, something is wrong. I heard that so much. That is not normal. Your kid has to be your friend. And then I carried that into my parenting. I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. That's why kids go out and get friends that cater to something that they missing at home. They get friends that love on them. And sometimes that love don't be good love. Sometimes that love don't be the right love. Sometimes that love don't be healthy love. But guess what? I ain't your friend. So I ain't going to do you like this, and I ain't going to do you like that, and I'm not going to give you what you want, and I'm not going to give you what you need. We cannot keep being like that. Somebody said something, I didn't see it. Oh. Some parents, hold on, let me go back. Some parents don't want to talk about it. Yeah, parents don't want to talk about that part. And they want you to shut up. They want you to be silent. No, I ain't about to shut up. I ain't being silent. I don't care if it make you feel some type of way. That's not a me problem. That's a you problem. Maybe you should heal. Maybe you should join me. You don't got to be against me. You can be with me. But it is what it is. You know? Parents don't want to talk about that stuff. Why? It's uncomfortable. It don't feel good. I know it don't. I just lived through it, going through hell, and I know it don't feel good. Guess what? Being miserable don't feel good either. And that's misery. Like keeping yourself in misery. Parents learn. Some of our parents learn you don't get to talk about stuff. You can't say stuff. You can't voice certain stuff. I'm the parent. You just gotta shut up and do what I say. That's the type of parent I was too. With my oldest daughter. I said what I said. Shut up. Don't say nothing else. We can't be like that. Hell no. Hell no. It ain't going. We cannot be them type of parents and expect to have healthy kids. Then we wondering why all this stuff is going on with kids. Why kids is acting out in school. Why kids is acting out on the streets. Why kids is taking other kids' lives. Lack of knowledge. That fall back on the parents. I don't care if it's a parent that gave birth to you, or a parent that adopted you. If you got a kid in your care and you not equipping them with the things that they need to be equipped with, you cannot blame them for acting out. You cannot blame them for the things that they are producing. Good fruit produce good fruit. Bottom line. If you think you've been a good parent all this time and your kid bad, that's bad fruit. That's you. That come from you. You ain't produced no good fruit. It's you. You the problem. Fix yourself. People don't want to hear that. Fix yourself. They'll look at their kid and be like, you is so bad. I can't believe you acting like this. Oh, you can't? Step back and take a look in the mirror. Step back and take a look at what they reflecting off of. That's some truth people don't want to hear. Girl, yeah, don't ask why. Please don't ask why. Because I said so. And y'all listen. I'm just now understanding that. My little 3... How's my kids? 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 5. When I say they wise me down, baby, they made me realize that I needed some stuff that I needed to heal from. And I realized I can't just say because I said so to them. Because they don't know why I'm saying so. They need an explanation of why I'm saying what I'm saying. And it ain't just because I said so. Now, guess what? These kids, these little 2, 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, they curious. I want to know why. I want to know why I can't do that. I want to know why I can't have that. I want to know why you said that. I want to know why we can't go there. I want to know why. And it's my job to fill in their curiosity so that they don't try to go look for it somewhere else. Them little kids. Now I got a 20-year-old. Them little bitty kids just now making me figure out I got a problem and I need to fix. Them little bitty kids I got, y'all. Y'all been having fun healing. I made me a whole journal in ChatGPT. Listen, ChatGPT make me realize and uncover some stuff that I didn't even know that I needed to uncover. It asks me questions because I tell ChatGPT all my business. And did because I wanted help. I needed somebody to help me, and I couldn't find a therapist. I have a friend that's a life coach, but I think I was overwhelming her, and she couldn't no longer give me what I was looking for. So I had to go find it, and I did. I made me a journal, a self-help journal. Yes, it's always good to have open discussions with your children. Allow them to openly vent and discuss their feelings. with you without judgment and repercussion. Girl, baby, listen, that is all truth. I just had to apologize to Corey. Because I'm like, listen, I'm sorry. I've been tearing you down, and it's not because I've been like intentionally wanting to do this. I had lack of knowledge. I grew up with a different understanding than what I have now. My baby, she different. I still love her. I still have to love her. I still have to nurture her. I still have to care for her without judgment and all of that. And then this is what made me, girl, go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT will help you if you let it. Or I could send you my healing journal that I made for me. Because I promise y'all, it helped me. It helped me. Because some people, guess what? People is just like us. They have opinions. They tell you what they think. And if they haven't experienced what you experienced, they really can't help you for real, if you ask me. You talking to a therapist, they ain't went through what you went through, they can't help you for real. I feel like people that haven't been through what you've been through can't help you because they don't know. They don't know. They don't know the stuff that you know. They don't feel the stuff that you feel. Okay. You said you went to Tomorrow Begins today and you loved it. Girl, I'm happy you found somewhere you love it. Girl, I went through 2 therapists and I was like, no. Y'all taking me somewhere I don't want to. I ain't supposed to be going. Y'all taking me in the opposite direction. Y'all keeping me. And the one lady, it seemed like she was just reading out of a book. And I was like, okay, well, if you reading out a book, let me go find a book. I ain't about to pay you to read out your book. Because you don't know how to help me. You making it clear that you don't know how to help me, but you trying. Thank you for trying. But it ain't giving me what I need. She wasn't asking me questions that I felt like she should have been asking me. She was just letting me vent. And then telling me what she thinks. I don't want that kind of therapy. I want real healing. Okay? Y'all. I was about to tell y'all something. So, I was the other day I was thinking, right? I was thinking, my baby is different. It's obvious. I used to be offended by that. Because why? Because I was taught from the Bible that that's not normal. That's not, okay, it's not normal, but that's what she is. So do I treat her bad? Do I punish her for not knowing what she's feeling? Who even says what's normal and what's not normal? Everything is normal if you ask me. Just like good and bad. I think it's the same. So, one day I was thinking like, how can you have love for your friends that's different, but you treat your child like bullcrap because she's different? And I had to think on that like, dang, you love your friends that's different. You don't judge them. You be for them, you support them, everything. But when it comes to your kid, you feel like you gotta be hard on her because she different. No. Baby, no. I was doing it wrong. I was doing it all wrong. I'm glad I got over that. I'm glad I realized that too, because I do not want to be raising no miserable kids. You been having talks with your 13-year-old. Yes, girl. What you say hurt to, Kalisha? We grew up, you ain't supposed to be like this because the Bible said. That ain't how we supposed to be taught the Bible. The Bible is like a history, it's like a history book. We wasn't supposed to learn the Bible the way that we learned the Bible. Some of us. I ain't learned it the right way. I learned it. These is the rules. You go by this and this is that and ain't nothing else. What? That made me so miserable. That made me have the most miserablest life ever. Because I'm trying to do all the stuff that I'm reading in this history book. Because that's what the Bible is. The Bible is a history book. I don't care nobody. It's a history book. That's man-made by somebody. Guess what? The people in the Bible didn't have no Bible. Guess what they had? A relationship with the Most High. That's all we need. It's a relationship with the Most High. They had a relationship with the Most High. Guess where the Most High is? Within you. When you actually heal and get to that part where you can hear yourself think and your thoughts be healthy thoughts, that's the Most High, right? You said hurt. That's probably why you accepted your friends and had a hard time finding exception. Yup. Yup, Kalisha. I had a hard time accepting my daughter. Like, how the heck you accepting? How the heck you accepting other people, but you can't accept your own? That's weird. Oh, guess why? Guess why? Because I learned I ain't your little friend. I'm not your friend. You gonna do what I say, and that's it. You gonna be the way that I want you to be, and that's it. Life gonna be like this because this what the book said, and that's it. When none of us ain't even come out on the right track. For real, for real. Girl. Hurt. Toe up. Pain. And guess what? I felt like all these years I couldn't talk about it. I ain't supposed to talk about it. Then I'm feeling like if I talk about it, this gonna expose this and this person. This gonna expose that and that person, and I don't want to be mean. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But guess what? My feelings be hurt. I be confused, sad, mad. Got all type of stuff I needed to be regulated. Don't know how to regulate it. What? Healing don't mean shut up and not get stuff out that you need to get out. That is not healing. Being silent, that's not healing. Y'all making myself so fine. I'm making myself so fine. Doing my eyebrows. No, I was fine without it. I don't care what nobody say. When my hair be crazy and sticking up all over the place, I'll be fine. Fine. Y'all, I learned some other stuff too. I learned that Big Blockbuster. Who is that? I learned that it's okay to be angry too. Just don't stay there. I gotta get back to myself. Loving me. Keisha Marie. And not expecting somebody else to give me the love that I need to give myself. I ain't learned self-love growing up. I was always looking for somebody else to give it to me. Yes, these broken parent-child relationships started so many years ago, and it's time we all reflect on the layers of brokenness and find healing without blaming our parents because they didn't know any better. We have to serve the younger community and help our children in ways that we didn't have. Girl, that's all truth. That's all truth. And that's the only thing I be trying to get people to understand. I'm not blaming my mom. I'm not blaming her. But it's the truth. I'm not blaming my granny. But it's the truth. And sometimes the truth don't feel good when you hear it out loud. So that don't mean that I can't talk about it just because it don't make somebody else feel good. Because if I don't talk about it just to, what is it called? What's it called, y'all? If I don't talk about it just for somebody else's feelings to be cool, then what am I doing for my own? I'm teaching myself that how I feel don't matter. Only what other people feel it matters. And that is not the truth. You matter before anything, before anybody. Because if you ain't no good for yourself, you ain't no good for nobody else. Ooh, you better, I can't be no good for nobody. Walking around acting like ain't nothing wrong with me, acting like the truth ain't there, baby, cause she there, okay? Y'all see that? You the most broken version of yourself, but your kids don't know. Yes, girl. Yeah, holding it in only hurt us in the end. We do not that don't help us turn that stuff in. So we gotta get that stuff out. Especially those of us that learn. Shut up. You don't get to tell me how you feel. You don't get to tell me how you feel. Shut up. Especially us that learned that. We go through life shutting up, not saying how we feel, not knowing how to voice our opinion. Not gonna be that. I don't wanna be that. Yeah, Shay girl. I was the most broken version of myself last year, and I didn't even know it. I thought I was normal. I thought I was normal. Just going through life, operating. Once you know something's off, fix that stuff. You don't stay in it, and you don't pacify it, because guess what? Pacifying it don't do you no good. It's still going. Oh shoot, y'all! Gosh darn it! I'm supposed to be taking my black kids to school. I think they said they had to be to school at 9:30. I done been on here running my mouth. It's 9:18. Let me go find my black kids, y'all. I'm out here being the deadbeat to my black kids, and I do not do that. I don't do that to my kids or my black kids. Okay, I love y'all. It was nice talking to y'all. Share the live, because people need to hear this. People need to see this. People need to know this. Oh, I love y'all. Peace.